Just got word. Zero wants to see you. A merchant lord named Kosh forced Silverclaw from his warehouse. Zira thinks Kosh is after the rackets our guild used to control. Zira should be in the den. Wouldn't keep her waiting. The name is new to me, but we haven't been keeping as close an eye on the merchant lords as we used to. Whoever he is, he seems ambitious. All the time. Our old guildmaster, Nicholas, was a master at playing them against one another. They spent so much time watching each other's moves, they never saw our own. The magnates who pretend to run Abba's Landing. They buy and sell to anyone. That's why the pirates offload their goods in this port. Take away all their riches, and they'd be little more than bandits. But all the gold makes them think they're nobles.
There you are. Remember Velsa's friend, Silverclaw? He is quite grateful you recovered his ledger. Seems he kept his ears open for word of that merchant lord, Kosh. If Kosh took over Silverclaw's warehouse, he's grabbing the rackets we used to control. And if he's after our old business, there's a good chance he's hungry for even more. Skooma trade, slavery, things we never touched. Before we give Kosh a swift kick to the coin purse, I want you to find out just how dirty his hands are. I sent the others ahead to do some groundwork. Start with Walk Softly. Look for him near the harbor. I sent Gwen to her own task, and Velsa too. Didn't even second-guess me. She must be up to something. When Nicholas was guildmaster, I convinced him to stop dealing with skooma peddlers. No matter my own thoughts on that poison, it's bad for business. And the Thieves Guild never dealt in slaves. One of the few things Velsa and I agree on. Not enough. Some of the merchant lords prefer to bide their time in obscurity, using trusted servants to handle their affairs. Then they reveal themselves, like a beetle in the pudding. Whatever Kosh intends, he's no longer keeping to the shadows.
You're right on time. What did our esteemed guildmaster tell you? Good, because I found something. The captain of the Dream Snake was always interested in making fast coin. She's sloppy, even for a pirate, which makes her a perfect target for Kosh. She and I have unpleasant history. Best I keep away from her. She's meeting a contact nearby. She's prone to boast. Why not find a quiet place to hear what she has to say? But the captain is a creature of habit. She used to keep documents secured in the Dream Snake. Try there, if you don't care to eavesdrop. Find what you can. After that, meet Gwen near the harbor. She has her own task and will no doubt need your assistance. Harpy egg. They're sickening. I'd never actually eat one, but they're garish enough to draw attention from me. People see the Argonian with disgusting harpy eggs, not the Argonian with amazing fashion sense.
Zira said I should wait for you when I was finished. Well, I'm finished. The flooded district, near where Velsa called home, the people who lived there had nowhere to go after the floods. One of the dockyard bosses offered them work, food, and a place to stay. That's what I told Zira. You know what she said? If Zolguk had an altruistic bone in his body, he'd cut it out and sell it. I'd already know what he was really up to, if Zira trusted me, but she wanted me to scout, and you to do the fun part. Zolguk arranged a meeting with an Imperial client at a nearby inn. Might be worth a listen. Oh, the inn rents a room to Ventilius Proximus, the most Imperial name I've ever heard. Probably the client. The room's lock seemed inadequate. Find Velsa when you're done. She's meeting with Silverclaw at his shop. Did you know he had a shop? I wonder what he sells. It's nothing. It's nothing. How could it not be? It's so difficult to care about all this. If I studied harder at the academy, I'd have graduated sooner. He would have traveled to see the ceremony. He wouldn't have been here when... I know, but when I tell that to myself, it feels like a lie. Listen to me go on. I won't delay you any further with my ramblings. That's good to hear. See you later, partner.
Ah! My larcenous friend! Quickly, we must speak. A most regrettable welcome, for I have such unfortunate tidings. What I soon reveal shall be quite distressing to hear. For this, I offer my gravest and most humble apology. Ah, the look on your face is unmistakable. It says, if I may speak for your most resplendent face, peace, my exceptionally sleek mercantile friend. Take a series of deep, relaxing breaths so you may reveal the matter at hand. In, out. In, out. Velsa left for Noshira Citadel. She made me promise upon our long and profitable friendship not to reveal this, but your vigorous interrogation left me no choice. I do not know why she travels to the headquarters of the Iron Wheel, but I fear for her safety. Go after her, of course. But you are so striking. The Iron Wheel will know you don't belong. It is settled. You shall meet with the illustrious Perseus Locke at the Diamond Thimble. He shall help you obtain an appropriate disguise. Tell him I sent you. Velsa assured me she would not venture beyond the outskirts of Noshira Citadel. Assured me! Oh my. With all certainty she is already captured. A cherished friend, though not always. Once, we were fierce rivals for the importation of fine silk. Yet, he proved the gracious victor and reimburses for any referral to this day. A cherished former rival in all truth, but quite magnanimous.
Hold still. Your attire is... That isn't a bloodstain, is it? Oh, did he now? Something striking, so you stand out at the next merchant lord's soiree, or a ridiculous crenellated affair that leaves you the talk of the brothel? Well, if you wanted a burial suit, the Iron Wheel charges far less than I. Though perhaps... Yes, a servant's outfit will let you go hither and yon, at least above ground, and if it's one of my creations, the cloth will breathe, but it shall cost you. Well, then I'd assume you're from Abba's Landing, but I know of a certain individual who has yet to pay the bill for just such an outfit. If you happen to reacquire it on my behalf, I would consider it your property, paid in kind. I'd prefer you deprived my shirker of his outfit, but if you're averse to saving coin, I will sell you one directly. Be warned, the disguise won't do you any good within the Iron Wheel's headquarters. Paranoia, of course. No servants are allowed inside. From what I hear, the Iron Wheel takes care of all chores within their headquarters. Anyone who isn't Iron Wheel or escorted by them is attacked on sight. A truly noble organization. What's your problem? Get out of here!
So you got Silverclaw to spill a secret. At best, a minor accomplishment. He didn't send you to that powdered hornbill, did he? Buy a special uniform to fit in? You do know he gets referral for everyone he sends to that flax peddler? Even when he thinks my life is in danger, Silverclaw still works the angles. You bumpkin. Yes, I did. You're not supposed to throw my words back at me. Reminds me of Nicholas. I don't care if you are her protege. I'm not going to do Zira's scut work. I slipped a truth serum to Silverclaw's former overseer. I learned that Kosh blackmails assorted scum and draws them to Noshira Citadel for a meeting. So let's find out why. It seems Kosh contacts little fish from a position of power, threatens exposure, and bends them to his will. Elegant. What I'd do. But his connection to the Iron Wheel isn't clear. That troubles me. Now that Zira's protege is here, poor old Velsa can rest her weary bones. Find a way into the Iron Wheel's headquarters and learn how they're connected to Kosh. Oh, and blackmail needs documents. Be sure to swipe them. Zira tells me you're a thief. Go break into a place you shouldn't be. Take something valuable and leave before they notice. I did hear something about a passphrase for a service door. Look around, use your brain. I won't spoon-feed you. When you find what you need, get out and head back to the den. Don't get caught, and if you do, bite off your tongue before their torture forces you to shriek my name. You'll be fine. Nothing worth my time. And everything led here, didn't it? If we leave, we miss this opportunity to learn Kosh's plans.
Find your own broom. The last one I loaned out is in the belly of an assassin beetle. You're mad. Only the Iron Wheel and their guests are allowed down there. All right, I'll give you part of it. I don't eavesdrop, you understand. I just happen to have excellent hearing. Be sure to write it down. I won't repeat it. A ring of iron around them. Don't mention it. Truly, don't. I could get in a lot of trouble.
What is the fate of the lawbreaker? What is the fate of the unrepentant? What of those who would deny their fate? Enter and find peace within. I thought my shift would never end. Wait, who are you? Don't hurt me! I'm not even an officer! Please, I'm no threat to you. I simply watch the door. 6 days before I take my pension. I want no trouble, you see. Thank the gods, you will have no trouble from me. You were never here, and I never saw you. I have a sleeping draught. 1 sip helps me through the night. The whole bottle will knock me out for hours. You'll be long gone.
This is your only chance to consider my proposal. Work for me, or else.
Or else what?
Or I hand these documents to the Iron Wheel. They do so frown on slavery and skooma peddling. Take a moment to consider your options. Well?
What choice do we have? Bring.
Good. Then I shall make your documents disappear. What? My papers were here. Did they fall behind the... I'll attend to that after my meeting with Chief Inspector Ron Beek. Do remember who holds your reins. I can locate Magnifica Falora's dowry. I can return it to you within the fortnight.
And what is your interest in the matter? Exactly.
The Iron Wheel must leave Hughes Bane. He is simply bad for business.
If you recover Magnifica Falora's dowry, I can guarantee our return to Tanith.
There is another minor request, hardly a trifle. Perhaps we can discuss it over drinks?
I do not drink.
Then I shall take your share. Come, an office is no place to do business.
You see, Zero? Your protege returns having survived the invulnerable Iron Wheel. You should have more faith.
Everyone, clear the room. Velsa told me you went into the Iron Wheel's headquarters by yourself. What in oblivion were you thinking? We're not ready to go anywhere near the Iron Wheel. I won't have anyone else die because of a choice. Listen, I'm barely holding this together. No offense to Quen, but you're the best recruit we have. I can't lose you to a feud with Velsa. You're right. I shouldn't take this out on you, or her, no matter how good it feels. All right, you risked your neck and survived to tell the tale. Did you find anything we can use? Impossible! It's still in Magnifica Flora's family tomb. The dowry heist failed. Nicholas and the others died before we reached the treasure vaults. No, the Iron Wheel was here to punish us for attempting the heist. But if that's what you heard, were they really searching for the dowry all along? Why come after us with such ferocity? What else did you learn? Let me see. This is comprehensive. Elaborate details on merchant lords in Abba's Landing, as well as rivals throughout the region. Maps to stolen goods we could recover for ourselves. I'll go through what you recovered, see if it offers a clue to Kasha's plans, or anything involving the missing dowry. I need to make sense of all this. Get some rest. I'll need you ready when we make our move. And good job. I keep thinking about what you found. If someone stole Magnifica Flora's dowry, it wasn't the Thieves Guild. But we certainly took the fall for it. What about it? Nicholas told Velsa he was planning a heist, but she retired before he shared the details. I'm the only one who knew. Someone must have followed us to the tomb. The merchant lords see the Iron Wheel as an occupying force. They fear Tanith wants to conquer Abba's Landing. If Kosh convinces Chief Inspector Ranbeek to leave, he'll have immense influence. It must be his plan.
Ready to help me with that personal matter? This is the family mansion of my old friend Anais Velmont. Just as big and opulent as the last time I was here. Anais? Where do I begin? I was taken in by Anais and her family when I first arrived in Abba's Landing. I owe her and the Velmonts so much. My mannerisms, my pattern of speech, my fashion sense. Time passes, things change. When the family packed up for an extended trip to Black Marsh, I decided to stay here. They went to deal with business interests, and I wandered the streets of Abba's Landing. Eventually, the guild found me and took me in. I was brought here when I was very young. My first memories are of Anais and the Velmont mansion. Anais and I grew up side by side. We were the best of friends. Until the family left for Black Marsh, we were always together. We were that close. You know, I never thought to ask about that. Anais told me that her father saved me from some horrible fate, but she never provided any details. The Velmonts were very good to me. Outside of the guild, they're the closest thing I have to a family. I was barely in my teens when the family left. She wanted me to go with her, but I couldn't leave the only home I ever knew. I slipped away in the night, and I haven't seen them since. Now Anais has returned to take control of the family mansion. I understand that since Anais has returned, she's been making inquiries about me. It's clear that her memories of our time together won't let her put the past behind her. We need to steal those memories, preferably without getting caught. The past can be a vice that holds us back. I've seen it. I want to teach Anais to let go of her memories, forget about me, and get on with her life. After we steal the items that once belonged to me, by the way, she'll stop looking for me. Keepsakes, jewelry that Anais had made from my hatching shell and scales I lost during molting. You know, now that I say the words out loud, it sounds kind of strange for someone to have kept my discarded body parts. Is that common practice? The Velmont Mansion is a large place. Why don't you check the kitchens and courtyard while I search the family suites? Meet me there when you're done, and we'll get out of here together. Like shadows, my friend. We need to get in and out of the mansion without causing too much mayhem and without being seen. Agreed. It feels odd being back here. Let's not linger. Let's find those keepsakes and get out of here before someone notices us. Quickly now, search the courtyard and kitchens. Then meet me in the family wing of the mansion. My amulet's in there. Would you mind getting it? There's a young Argonian in there. He unsettles me.
Oh no, my lady will be furious when she sees these spots.
Break.
There's one more thing before we go. Anais and I used to sit on the balcony and watch the sun set. I'd like to see it one more time before we put this memory behind us. Just the way I remember it. So beautiful. Anais and I would sneak out here and watch the sunset. It was the best of times.
And yet you ran away. You betrayed me and left me all alone. Is that how a beloved pet is supposed to behave?
Anais, I didn't... You weren't supposed to be here.
You were my friend. We were going to do so many things together. And then you ran away like a thief in the night. And that's how you come back to me? Stealing my possessions?
What are you saying? I don't understand.
And you're just as bad as Walks. What gives you the right to break into my home and take my belongings? I should call for the guard and teach you both a lesson. The Velmont family doesn't take kindly to thieves and traitors. Friends. Maybe when I was a child and didn't know any better. But that lizard is my pet, nothing more. Father gave him to me when I was a young girl. How else am I supposed to treat a pet that ran away and misbehaves? I returned to take control of my family's holdings, clear up old business. He's still my property, and I want my property back. As for you, I'll let the authorities deal with you. I have no patience for those who would rather steal than work. Forget him. He's all I've thought about these past few years. How he abandoned me, rejected my love and friendship. No. If he wants to be treated like a bad lizard, then that's the way it's going to be. I've already called for the mansion guards.
You've changed, Anais. Either that or I've been fooling myself this whole time. Goodbye, my old friend.
Goodbye? I don't think so. Even if you escape from the mansion, my agents will find you and bring you back to me. You're mine now and forever. Guards! Take these intruders into custody!
I think it's time to leave, don't you? Quickly now. Meet me back at the den. We can talk there. Our meeting with Anais didn't go anything like I had imagined. She has changed. Or perhaps I'm the one who changed. Learning your own truth can be so confusing. She was my friend. Once. I am almost certain of that. We were always together, laughing, playing, exploring the mansion. Perhaps when I ran away, deserted her, did that turn her into this unfamiliar creature? I was a slave? No, I don't think either of us knew what that meant. Not back then, when we were just children. I suppose deep down I knew it all along, when I ran away instead of going with Anais to Black Marsh. Of course, we took those memories away from Anais and recovered the keepsakes of my youth. Plus, we discovered how far my friend has fallen. I just need to figure out how to help her find the person she used to be. Unless she finds me first. Now that she knows I'm around, I expect her to double her efforts and use every advantage her family's gold can buy. It's what I'd do. Thanks for assisting me with this, by the way. Once I decide on my next course of action, I'll let you know.